Hello everyone, this video is on 42 cycle PhD scholarship offered at University of Torino. Remember that in Torino city there are two different universities, one is Politecnico di Torino and this is University of Torino. So at this university you will see that the call is available both in English language as well as in Italian language, so you should read the call carefully before starting your application. And then this is the next one where you will see the list of all the courses. Like you can see that there are many PhD programs are available. So first you have to identify your relevant program. So once you identify your relevant program, then you have to read carefully, very carefully, the description of program. For example, if we click on this first program is comparative analysis of institutional economics and law. So if you click here and then click on course information sheet, then you will see all the related information here and you should read this information carefully. Write the coordinator name, then the coordinator email ID, then they have mentioned that PhD program will be of 3 years, and here you will see the remaining information. Like they have mentioned that total number of scholarship are 4, and out of these 4, one scholarship is reserved for candidate holding an international degree. So the international students can also apply in other 3 scholarships, but one scholarship is only reserved for international students, so you can apply in both. And they mentioned that 3 positions are with scholarship and 1 position are without a scholarship. Then most importantly, they have mentioned that total qualification marks are 40, and out of 40, 15 points are for your CV. CV means the documents that you will submit in the online application, like your transcript of your master degree, your CV, your letter of motivation. All the documents that you will submit with the online application are considered in CV. And then the research project that you will submit, total points will be 25. And out of they mentioned that the research project should be of maximum 15,000 characters, and you should write like state of art, main goals, methodology and reference. So these you can also add more section, but these should be reference. And out of 40 you should have 25 marks to be considered, or to be considered shortlisted for the interview. And then for the students who will be shortlisted for the interview, there will be total 60 points for the interview, and the interview will be held in English and will focus on the research project and also the law and economics, the topics of PhD program. And you should obtain minimum 40 marks out of 60 in the interview to be considered for the final ranking. And then they mentioned these research titles. So you have to prepare your research proposal research project by choosing one of these topic. Like the first is the law and economics of institution, efficiency, law and institution, legal issues in law and economics. So they have given all the possible titles, the topic, and you have to choose one of them. So this is just one example. The purpose is that before starting your application you should read the course information or sheet carefully, and then you should start your preparation. So the deadline to apply in this program at University of Torino is 9th June 2026, and there is also an application fees of 60 euros. So you will see the fees in this call for application, but I will tell you the main points. And moreover, on this PhD program website you will see all the section, like how to apply. If we go here, so we have to apply on the Pickup platform. And one more important thing, that you have to follow the CV format. So here they have mentioned the CV format, so you can find the CV format also in Italian language and also in English language. So this is for the English language. So you have to download this specific format and you have to fill it and you have to use. If you use any other format, then they will not accept your CV and they will simply reject it. So I repeat, you have to follow this specific CV format and do not use any other format. And similarly, on this website you will also see that the selection later, once you apply, you submit your application, then on this section you can check the status of your application, or like when they will upload the list of shortlisted candidates for the interview. And similarly you can also check the final ranking. So on this website you will find all the information regarding the application process or regarding the update of your application. So to start the application we have to follow this online process. So click here on link to online application portal, So this is pickup platform. So if you already have an account, you can simply log in here, and if you do not have an account, then you scroll down and you have to create an account. So click here on manage your application if you want to create a new account. So it seems this tab is not working, so scroll down and click in on the login, and here you will also find the option for new registration. So click here on new registration, and here you have to write your username, the name that you will use for the login. You can use your first name and surname, then your email ID, then you have to confirm your email ID, then the password, and then confirm password. And here you have to write your name and the middle name, and here you have to write only your last name. Remember, here you can write your first name and middle name if any, and then your last name, then your gender, then your date of birth. Then if you have Italian citizenship, then click on yes, otherwise click on no. But if you have Italian citizenship, then you have to use SPID or CIE for the application, and this is the portal only for foreign students. And then tax ID, it is not mandatory, so you can leave it. Then the state of birth, so choose the country where you were born. And then your telephone number, and then here you can write your place of birth, but it is not important because it is not editable. Then telephone number and mobile phone number are also not mandatory at this stage, so you can leave them empty. Then tick these two boxes and then click on new registration, and you will see your registration will be completed, and you will see the more information in your email ID, and then you can log in to start your application. So after completing the registration, enter your username and password and click on login button. Okay, after login you will see this page, so you have to click on this green tab, new application, and then this blue tab is for the reference letter. So after completing the online application, you will be able to enter the information of your referees. So first complete your information. So for the online application, click on new submission. Okay, here we have to fill this section like your personal data, then the declaration, then the PhD program, then the admission qualification, and then the last step. So the personal data is the more or less the same that you have entered during your registration process. So click here and simply scroll down, and if you want to change anything, you can change. Otherwise click on save and proceed. Okay, on the next step there are many declarations, so you have to tick on this first declaration. Then you have to upload your identity document, so choose type of identity document like passport, then write the passport number, then the issued by, so simply write the name of your country, then the date of issue of your passport, then the expiry date of your passport, and then here upload your passport. It should not be more than 3 megabyte in size, and then you have to simply tick all this declaration, read this declaration. It's about your that you do not need, that you should take the responsibility of all your data and all your documents. They should be data should be true and the document should be valid. Only at the last step you have to choose whether you need assistance in an examination or interview if you have any disability. So first is that you do not need any assistance, and the second option is that you do assistance if you have any disability. So choose your relevant option, then click on save and proceed. Okay, sorry, here we have to write the date of expiry in future, then click save and proceed. Okay, we have to upload the document, so move to the next step. Okay, here you have to choose your PhD program, so it's the important section. So obviously if you have read the call and you have read the course description, then you should be clear which course is most relevant for you. because there is an application fees of 60 euros, so you should choose the course carefully. Also check the number of positions, so if there are number of positions are more like 8, 10, 12, then you should apply, because there is a fees of 60 euro. But if you think that these scholarship are like 2 or 3 and you do not have a really good profile, then you should consider not to apply. So here, just for example, we choose the course computer science, and then you have to choose because as I told you that in each program they have mentioned many research topics, so you have to choose your relevant research topics. So here, just an example, we choose this topic. This list may be different for each course, because in each course there are different number of titles, so you have to choose accordingly. Then the last is that, should you request to take the interview online, please explain the reason. The examination board will assess the eligibility of your request. So simply you can write that I am living outside Italy, or you simply write that you are living, just write the name of your country, then click on save and proceed. Okay, here we have to upload all the documents. So first choose the type of document, like first is that graduated Italian degree or equivalent if you have done your master degree from Italy. And then this option is that graduated foreign degree. So there are two options. One is that if you are still graduating, if you are still studying, which is the last option, and if you have already completed your degree from abroad, then you choose this third option, graduated foreign degree. Then write the level, so you can write, let's say, Master of Science, and then you can choose the country where you have done your master degree. Then you can write your university name, and then you can write here the title of your master degree. So let's say computer science. Then write the actual date of your graduation. So let's say we write 31st May 2025. Okay, so here you have to add the graduation year, academic graduation year. So if you have done like in 2025, then it should be academic year 2024 and 2025. And then you have to write your grade. Let's say your grade is 3.4 and the maximum grade is 4. So you can write your grade, obtained grade, and the maximum grade. And if you have done your master degree with some honors, with some distinction, then you can also tick this box. Then there is a declaration that you have to make. First is that foreign degree recognized by an Italian university. So normally you do not need to tick this box. You only need to tick this box if you already have a documented equivalence from Italian university. Then the second option is that my foreign degree has not been recognized by an Italian university yet, and its eligibility has to be assessed by the examination board. So this is the option that you have to select, because later if you get admitted, then you can apply for CIMIA or DOV and you can present it. Okay, and then here you have to upload your master degree, copy of the foreign degree including transcript. So you can merge your degree and transcript together and you can upload here. But more importantly, transcript is more important because they will access the course that you have studied during your master degree. Here it is about your bachelor degree. So first write the university name where you have done your bachelor degree, and in the type you can write Bachelor of Science, and then the graduation date. So you can write, let's say, okay, then you have to write your grade. So let's say we write 3.3, and then you can write the weighted average of your transcript. So it should be same if you have completed your degree. And here you can upload your document of your bachelor degree. You can upload your transcript and degree together, and in the description you can write Master of Science, and then you can write the title of your master degree. Then is that I have already been awarded a PhD degree, or I am attending a PhD program in Italy. So it is the case you have to take yes, otherwise take and no. Normally they do not allow the students who already been awarded a PhD degree, or they a student who already received a scholarship even for some month or 1 year. So be careful in this selection. Then the second option is that you have already been granted a PhD scholarship. So this is that I was telling you. So if you are applying for the first time, then choose the no, and if you have received your PhD scholarship, then you should choose yes. Then the second last is that I wish to apply exclusively for a position without scholarship. So if you are applying for without scholarship, if you have a scholarship or funding from any other institutes from your own country or some other institution, you can choose yes, otherwise choose no. If you are applying for a scholarship of University of Torino, then click on save and proceed. Okay, then this is the section where you have to upload more documents. So here you have to upload your CV. So choose your file, and in the description you can write CV. And I would like to remind you that you have to follow the format of CV that has been given on the PhD website that I showed you earlier. And then it is about your research project. So upload your research project, and here you can simply write research project or research proposal. Okay, here if you have any publication, you can upload your application one by one publication. And if you have conference publication or journal publication, if you have submitted or it is in process or it is accepted still, you can add the information here, and you can use the screen button to add information about your publication. So after that, click on save and back to dashboard. Okay, so as you can see that we have completed the draft. It is in the draft form. So two things are remaining. One is about your payment. So you have to make your payment here using this blue tab. And once you pay your fees, which is around €60, then you can also verify. You have to click here, verify your application. And after verifying your application, before verification, you can also make changes. You can edit your application, but once you verify your application, you will not able to change it. And then you have to pay your application fees. And after application fees, and you can see that this section is not activated yet. So once you pay your application fees, then this section will be activated, and then you have to sign. You will download your application. You have to do a manual signature, and after signature you have to upload your file again. And once you upload your signed application form, then your application will finally be submitted. So after submitting your application, you have to upload the information about your referees here. So if we click here, at the moment it will not allow me. So as you can see that we can only provide the information of referees after submitting the application. So this is the remaining process that I explained you. If still you have any question, you can write in the comment box. This is all about from my side on the application process for PhD scholarship at University of Torino.